listen to that carefully. You can, though. What if you did everything carefully? Would life be boring? I mean, it would be safe, right? You wouldn't get hurt that much or whatever. Although you don't know, accidents happen that have that have nothing to do with, whether or not you're careful. You can be as careful as you want. Coyote could have put a anvil up there for some reason. I don't know why he would do that to you, but I'm just saying it's a possibility in this crazy, wacky world. I wouldn't be surprised if we started hearing news stories about cartoon coyotes dropping anvils on heads of real citizens. Would you? I mean, at first you'd think it was fake, but then you'd say, you know what, it's 2020, man. Hey, so I'm just waiting to see what happens in the comment section. If you're there, say hello, and if you're not, comb your hair, and if you're, I don't know, where am I going with this? That's the question I've been asking myself for about the past 45 minutes. I've been getting this all set up. For what reason? What's the end game? Is there an end game? And if so, is it going to be like the Avengers end game? Which I didn't see, but I get the gist. So let's hope that that's not what's happening. We got Sandy here, and Nori is here as well. So that makes 3 of us. But if there's going to be 3, and we've got a limited amount of popcorn anyway, so you know what? I hope it's just the 3 of us. That's what I hope. In fact, we should lock the doors. I'm just kidding for all of you who snuck in. I know there's a problem parking. We didn't anticipate this crowd given, everything. But then, again, as we thought about it, we were like, well, Bob, it has been a while since you just went live. I mean, as soon as you go, it's just everyone's going to drop what they're doing and rush to their screen, their device of choice. Hopefully, it's now a big screen TV, right? Like you should. If I go live, right, you should be. I got this camera so you could watch on a big screen TV. Although I know that unless you're watching on YouTube, you're not watching in 1080p, which is actual high def. Let's keep going. Amy's here. Hi, Amy. So, a lot of times when I just show up here, people want to know, where's Tracy? But people who've been here for a while know that, it's Sunday, so that means what, boys and girls? What? If you're saying she's with her family, then yes, that's correct. Congratulations. So I learned a little something about this guy. He's actually way more expressive than I would have given him credit for. So I thought what I could do to brighten up this 30 seconds of your Sunday right now, as we talk, is just make faces as this guy. And you have to imagine in your mind, which is where our imagining happens, what's the real face doing? To make that face, it would be so embarrassing if the mask just popped off then. And why am I like this? Almost like Tom Cruise. If Tom Cruise was an alien, maybe a younger Tom Cruise, risky business Tom Cruise. I don't know. All right, I admit it. I'm Tom Cruise. I've been Tom Cruise the whole time, and there's just thank you. There's just I can't deny it anymore. It's just getting embarrassing. You're not going to tell anybody. Okay, so let's forget I ever even said that.
See, sometimes aliens can talk like this, even though...
That's right. See, if Jim Carrey hadn't come along, I would have been the guy with all the faces. You can't see what I'm really doing, but you might be able to get the idea. I have no idea. All right. Okay, thank you. So what's everyone doing this fine Sunday afternoon? We, here in Las Vegas, Nevada, have our second day of rain in a row. Where did it come from? The sky. Although, honestly, I like to take the credit. Because 2 days ago, the day before it rained, I'm sitting at the table contemplating the 200 days of no rain, as I've been doing recently, because come on already. And I said to Tracy, Tracy, and she can vouch for this, So don't think I'm lying or whatever. Oh, I forgot to include any of you in here. Hello, 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 hello. See, you're in the room. I forgot to update my screen so that it looks like that. Mine still has the old, you don't need to know any of this. But I tell you things like that all the time. Because one day there's going to be this trivia game. This massive Bob Doyle related trivia game somewhere on the planet. And it's those little things that are going to get you the kitchenette or whatever you're going to win, I guess, if there's a prize. What was I talking about? I don't know. Doesn't matter. If it had to matter what I was talking about, oh my God, I would never go live. You know what I'm saying? I haven't. Thank you. Please sit down. Please sit down. Please sit down. And you don't have to stand up every time you laugh. I tell them this every show. So I've been in front of the camera a good bit the past 24 hours. No, you won't see me on the television. Well, you might. I don't know, unless somebody was watching. I mean, unless I finally have gotten discovered, unless finally somebody was scanning around on YouTube or FaceTube or whatever, it's one of the, and said, wait, who's this guy? What? I knew I was going to talk myself off track. SodaStream for the win. Now, why did you say that, Shelby? We love SodaStreams here. We have one. But why did you bring it up? Love from India. Oh, thank you, thank you. So Jason is cleaning, and more cleaning, and taking lots of walks. Oh, yeah, I was talking about the rain. And why I was taking credit for it. Why couldn't somebody remind me of that? But we were sitting there at the table. I said to Tracy, Tracy, I think it's about time we manifested some rain. And she said something along the lines of, so we should start doing our rain dance. And although I was not going to do a rain dance per se, I was going to do my version of it, which is to see and feel rain being here. So I just did this brief little of that. And then the next day it rained. I didn't even put it together until last night. And I turned to Tracy again. We do a lot of turning to one another. At least I do. I don't know if she would classify what she does as turning. I turned to her and I said, Tracy? And she said, yes, Bob. We talk like that. I said, do you remember yesterday when we said it was about time to manifest some rain? And she stopped in her tracks. Not dead, though, because I probably wouldn't be broadcasting. But she stopped in her tracks and she looked at me with that dramatical look. I know dramatical's not a word. Come on. With this dramatic look on her face, the exact one I wanted. That's exactly the amount of gravity I wanted it to have. And she goes, yes, I do. That's weird. And I agreed. Do you agree? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. 201 days with no rain, and then I said, you know what, it's time for us to manifest some rain, and guess what, now we got 2 days of it. So you're welcome, Nevada. Do I get a key to the city, or what would I do with a key to the city in Las Vegas? Like, what does that even mean? I mean, it doesn't mean I can go into every establishment, but let's just say it did. What if that's what the key to? I think in theory, right? Like the origin of the key to the city? I don't know. But we give you the key to the city of Nevada. I mean, Las Vegas. I'm like, all right, where to first? Now, does that mean that I can't just have everything? So I mean, maybe I can go into a store, but it's not like I can take anything. I'm sure they're watching you like a hawk, right? It's not like they're just going to let you go willy-nilly and just do whatever, middle of the night. I think I'm going to go to, well, they don't close, well, they did. You know what I'm saying? Las Vegas, it's a different place these days, I guess. I haven't been down to the Strip in a really long time. I really shouldn't talk about my hometown like that because I don't know what I'm talking about. I know about the block I live on. I can tell you a good amount of things about the cul-de-sac. Well, I can tell you one or two things. But I won't because it would be inappropriate and then I'd be telling tales. What do we got going on up here? We got 1 for yes and 2 for no. Hi, Jane. Game show prize. That's what she was talking about. SodaStream for the win. Yes, that would be a good game show prize and very appropriate coming from Tracy and I because we are big fans. Let's give it up for Shelby with the win. But I don't have a SodaStream for you. My apologies. So, speaking of creating faces, oh, that was a bad bridge. Nobody cares, but here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I'm a big fan of creating artificial intelligence created faces and then bringing them to life. And so I learned a couple of interesting things about Artbreeder, this website that I've told you about where all of the AI stuff, well, not all of it, but a good bit of it happens. And I'll use this picture of this as an example. All right. So one of the things I like to do is I'll find some crazy or weird or remarkably odd face on the page, and then I'll want to what they call crossbreeding. Now, don't get everybody this is a show for families. It just simply means that they'll take this picture and then they will, through artificial intelligence, crossbreed certain information to create a new image using just artificial intelligence. Okay, so what I generally will do is I'll take one of the pictures that I've uploaded to this system. Is everybody bored yet? Type 1 for yes, 2 for no. And let's see. Did I say hit crossbreed? And then I'm going to say select an image. And these are just, I think, randomly created. Yes, it says random. These are just randomly created images. No person did this. This is all just done on the fly with artificial intelligence. So I could choose one of those, but instead I'm going to scroll over and click uploaded. And I'll choose a picture of me. And you'll notice, if you look closely, that picture of me is not, you've probably seen the picture it's based on. It's the Bob Doyle Show picture. And, but it's not, it doesn't take your picture as it is. It takes it and analyzes it and says, oh, this is what I know about faces that are similar to this, and here's our artificially intelligenced reconstruction of Bob Doyle's face. And that's what's in the lower right quadrant there. And then this is a combination of the two. Now, here's what I kind of got some clarity on. Underneath it, it says face and style. So I kind of got it in theory, meaning if I slide the face slider over to me, then more of my characteristics are going to show up in the final image. And then if I move style over here, what this is doing is taking a lot of the information about the style of the image, like the texture, the color, other certain attributes that I'm not 100% of, and then applying it to my picture. So it takes those attributes and says, since it's 100% those attributes and 100% my face, that's the image it gets. So now if I slide it the other way and say it's that face all the way, now obviously if they're both style and face to that, it's going to look the same. And then they add the style of my textures, my coloring. Like the fact that it has facial hair is obviously part of the style that's transferred over. Let's see what else. I don't know, there's a couple of things, but that's the... I don't know how to describe it, but what a great picture for bringing to life in Avatarify. So then I just save it, and then I go over to Avatarify. I just did that one. Load this in. It's just the next one in line, and boom. I'm alive. And now I can wreak havoc on Zooms all over the planet. See? Okay, let's see what you're saying at the peanut gallery, and I call it that only because it's filled with peanuts, and that was a mistake, and we apologize, and it's weird that I can't hear any of the crunching. We've got a nice comment about one of my books, Wealth Beyond Reason. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Jane says she is not bored yet. Wait a minute. I can't remember what the choices were. Was 1 for bored? 2? I guess 2 was not bored yet. All right. Well, good. So that's one way that I'll make the artificial faces. Then the other way is in the Face app, itself, where you really don't, you don't even need Artbreeder, and you just don't need models anymore. So what I do with a lot of the stuff I do on Instagram is I'll take some face and then I'll put aspects of my face in it, so there's little elements of me and many of the animated faces, even though you may not be able to tell directly. So let's just say we could start with just a celebrity, and these are pulled up here. So I'll just use Christopher Lee as an example. All right, so that's him. Now what I want to do is create a completely unique image that I can use for animating without anybody saying, hey, that's my face, give me some money, or the estate of my, that kind of stuff. So the first thing I'll do is I'll go to Face Swap, and then I'll say morphing, and then I can change this to, in this case I'm going to say find celebrity because my picture's right up there already. So I choose me. That's right. Now, that's the combo of me and Christopher Lee, right? So I could use this as one of my, well, I'll just do it. So I'll say save, boom, go to Avatarify, add avatar. And now I'm ready for my next board meeting, meaning I'll certainly be bored in this meeting. Get it? All right, that's how that works. You know what? I got to refresh this. I got to refresh my ability to read your comments better, so I'm not Squinty McSquintington. Hold on just one second. And look, I don't want that. I don't mean that to sound disparaging to any of the real McSquintington family who are probably tired of hearing that kind of joke. All right, now that might work a little better. I really don't know. Okay, but in doing what I just did, I erased all your comments from my vision, so I will not be able to comment on them. Oh wait, unless they show up here. Oh, they do. Look at that. Are you looking? All right, shall we take this another step further? Let's go back to Face App. So now we got that simple transformation, but let's say we want to add a little weight to the guy. Right? So now he's a little bit bigger. Or maybe we want to talk to his sister. Younger sister. All right, she still looks a little masculine there. Female 2 is only the same with more hair. But maybe, I don't know if I can save this one, ladies and gentlemen. But here, let's put some age on, whoops, not the one with the beard. That totally shatters the illusion. 1 second, we're gonna go just old with no beard. No, I'm not liking any of this. Let's go just child. All right, now that looks more realistic, but isn't that odd that came from basically Christopher Lee? This app will actually let you do like this. Oh, well, yeah. So there's me. Well, you see what's going on there. Quite a transformation, though, wouldn't you say, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, we'd say that, Bob. Look, Robbie, I appreciate that, but we're having fun here. It's called entertainment. I mean, if you're bothered by that, whatever you do, do not go to my Instagram, because this is what I'm talking about. You can see definitely the guy right there up in the middle has my face in there. There's a lot of these. The wizards have my face for sure. I think this guy here definitely was based on my face. You can see the ones that are based on Tracy's face. Pretty obvious. Right? That's an Artbreeder. Me mixed with Mickey Rourke, which we demonstrate right here. See? We're having fun. It's called creativity. Something like that. Hey Steve, thank you for loving this from New Zealand or wherever you want to love it. It's totally fine with me. I am not partial to geography. I did realize that. Well, first of all, do the glasses shatter the illusion? I don't think they do. You can just barely even tell they're there. Or maybe I want to believe you can barely tell they're there. Or maybe just somehow it still works. I don't know. It's really weird how it makes your your mouth really white. So when I stick out my tongue, everything's white and scary. Like I've been eating powdered sugar, which, ooh, of course it would just dissolve right away. How long would powdered sugar stay on you? Maybe I was eating flour. But why would I do that? That would be disgusting, and my mouth would be dry, and I don't even have any water around here. So that would be such a ridiculous thing to do. Well, it looks like I've got the old snap camera going. So may as well just play around with that a little bit. You know, I got to get this stuff out of my system. Tracy isn't here, and I've just all week I've been doing this video project, which has been like really just intense, and now it's just like, oh, I gotta broadcast for fun. So I'll just be a hand flapping around, and who creates this stuff? I mean, they're sitting around going, hey, let's see, what could I do as a filter? Now, I know you don't recognize me because I'm wearing the mask, but trust me, it's Bob. Even if I take off my glasses, you still probably can't tell. But maybe my voice will give it away. I promise it's me. Can you even tell a difference between this and the real me? This is the real me. Can you even tell? Okay. It's really not fun when I'm looking down at it. Okay, now this also. All right, you know what? I'm done with this. I think your appreciation is for the fact that I'm done with it. Let's check the scoreboard. Oh, that's right. We're not keeping score today or any other day. That's just not what we do. Or do we? What if we are keeping a secret score? Well, I can tell you Jane and Kathy probably have the highest scores. There's no, whatever the category, if it has to do with this show and participating. Don't you think? I always find it fun though when someone from like years ago pops on and says, hey Bob, what's going on? I haven't seen you much. I'm like, I'm here all the freaking time. Just scroll. Well, I guess that's all I needed to do. Oops. Well, I guess that's all I needed to do. Just check in with my friends on the weekends. My studio's in a little bit of disarray. I know it looks the same to you, but trust you me. This camera's on a teleprompter. Or the other way around. There's a teleprompter configuration, which has caused the camera to be a little bit further. You don't care. I don't care that you don't care. I tell you this stuff anyway because of the whole trivia thing and the prize, which is the SodaStream for the win. I feel very accomplished that I brought that around. All right, well, now's the time for all of you to say goodbye because I'm going to end this and I don't want to just cut you off and you're going to be like, well, I didn't even have a chance to say goodbye to everybody. So now's your chance. Now's your chance to, tell these folks here how you really feel about them. What their support of this live stream has meant to you. No more than like 4 paragraphs. There's no need to go crazy. Just, a little personal note to say, hey, Robbie, thank you for your input. Kathy, it was great to see. And then, whatever. All right, 4 paragraphs might be excessive. How about 4 words? Just little goodbye. I'm just waiting to see the goodbyes appear on the screen. They'll just scroll up there in that corner. You see where it says Robbie right now? That'll scroll, see? And then what'll be there is people saying goodbye to one another. And it's going to give us all this warm and fuzzy feeling. And that's what we want on a Sunday afternoon, a warm and fuzzy feeling. Right? All right, I'm still looking down there and I'm not seeing anybody saying bye. Is it because you can't deal with the fact that it's ending? Is that what it is? It's just like, Bob, no, I don't want to make it so by acknowledging that you're going to stop this. Well, I can't say as I blame you for that because in terms of adding value to your life, I don't know how you top what we just did for the past 10 minutes or whatever it's been. Well, no one's going to say goodbyes. I understand that goodbyes are hard. I do. So I guess I'm just going to have to pull the plug. I'm sorry. It's tough love. Tough love. Really don't like it when I'm looking at the wrong camera, but this one's got a blue light on it. This one, nothing, no light. In fact, it's hidden behind a teleprompter screen. It's not, I have to like look through darkened glass to see where the lens is. Who's with me, my teleprompter brothers and sisters? All right, well, that's it for me. I'm going to push this button. It's got a big red STR on it, and that means stream. And when I push it again, it's all going to say goodbye. Now Robbie's saying, thanks. That's something. Okay, I'm going to sit here with a smile on my face until the stream actually stops. So